And then we're gonna see if it's real. They say they did this for 7 days, right? For me, you don't have to be out there by yourself for 7 days for this to be real. But according to them, they're on a raft for 7 days, right? In my opinion, there was a survival boat, most likely. I have no idea. I'm guessing. But if I was shooting like he was, I would want a survival boat somewhere, right? So out of the shot, you know what I mean? And then as long as we think that they stayed on the raft, I don't care if there's a survival boat or anything. As long as they stayed on a raft, I think they won. You know what I mean? What do you guys think? Alrighty, alrighty. That's what she said. Oh, I messed that. Oh, god damn it. Alright. Okay, we're gonna be becoming some gigantic survival experts here. 7 Days at Sea by Mr. Beast. I don't have to explain this. Hopefully not. And I feel like I'm the only one who doesn't know him.
We are now stranded on a raft in the middle of the ocean. And there goes our boat. We are now stranded for 7 days.
How much longer?
7 days.
Frick.
This raft is literally countless miles from the nearest civilization.
Okay, that was an awesome shot. They went from a real drone shot to a pull out of the earth.
And whether we like it or not,
Yeah,
my
there's
four
the drone
friends and
shot
I
right
are
there.
stuck on this raft. And it's not going to be easy.
This is brutal. We're all at rock bottom now. This challenge went from fun to a literal nightmare very fast. Bro, look how far away the boat is.
I can't even see it anymore.
So step one,
So do we
we're
think
gonna
that's
get
the
sunburned if we don't.
do we think that's the only boat, guys? That's my question. Do you guys think there's a boat somewhere out of the shot? I think there's a boat somewhere. I mean, look at all the camera equipment, right? I mean, I feel like you see it right here. See that camera equipment? Someone's got to take care of it, right? Oh, I know. Is the quality good, guys? I'm not sure what's going on. Johnny, you're watching 720p? Aw. Thanks, Johnny. It's okay. All right, let's go.
Don't get shade.
And I had survival specialists equip this raft with tons of wood, rope, and everything else we would need to build ourselves.
So they have wood, rope, they have some boxes, probably food. I mean, I feel like if I was on this raft, I would be able to make a pretty interesting survival hut, right? And these guys are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 YouTubers at what, around 20 years old, 20, 30 years old, around 28, I guess, 25, I don't know. So I'm sure they've watched a lot of survival content. Okay, let's give them a shot, guys. We believe in you guys. Let's go.
The shelter. Boys, we need to get started. We are running out of light.
I got this side. Ah, my finger.
Now we set these up like a teepee.
We picked the worst
You know what I am realizing? Besides Mr. Beast, I don't know who these people are. And again, not their fault. I just don't watch their content.
day to start. As you can tell by the clouds, it's literally about the storm. So, first thing we want to do
Oh,
is
that's
set up
pretty
some
bad looking.
structure to cover us. Also, since we're on the slab of wood for the next 7 days,
Oh,
we
laser
need a
beam
place
from
to hide
earlier.
From the sun
Yeah,
so we don't get
absolutely.
sunburned. So, 2 birds, 1 stone.
Speaking of birds, while we were
Jim
building,
Bob, laser
this
beam,
happened.
obviously from the videos we watched earlier. Yeah.
Yo, I got it, the bird.
Who else is here?
This is crazy.
We should name him.
What's his name?
Brian.
Ryan.
Oh my God! I was trying to pause it so we can guess what they're gonna name him. My name was gonna be Bob. I love naming everything Bob. Hi, Mr. Bob, Jim Bob.
Brian, what if you went and caught some fish? I know. He's looking at me. He understands.
Jimmy, just say the word.
Put the knife away.
Okay, I'll put the knife away.
And the hatchet.
I feel like whoever that guy is, he's the Snoop of our crew. You know what I mean? Snoop is my amazing comic relief sometimes.
Brian, that was a joke.
Forget the bird. We gotta build a shelter.
And while Brian watched, we worked on our first shelter for the rest of the day. Except for my friend Tariq, who spent the entire day getting cool drone shots.
That's the most
And
important
I'm
job,
not even
right?
mad about it.
Okay, as far as a shelter, if you really had a whole day to build something and you were gonna spend the next day underneath the sun, that looks like they're not really fearful of the ocean. I am scared of the ocean. I used to be a surfer. I almost died so many times drowning, literally getting dropped like 8 feet through off an 8 feet wave, going through the water, hitting the bottom of the rocks in the bottom, and getting the air knocked out of my lungs and then just trying to find upward. Like, anyway, I've had a lot of crazy experience with the ocean. I'm fearful of the ocean. If I was on that freaking float, I would not stop building until it was something strong and attached, nailed down to the freaking platform. Yeah, I think they're not afraid. You guys think they're afraid?
Inside this crate is the food for all 5 of us for the next 7 days.
Oh my gosh.
And in these 2 barrels is our entire water supply.
Oh, Johnny Chris is a trans female? Oh, I had no idea. Which one's... Oh, okay. I'm guessing.
For all 5 of us.
How does it taste?
Very hot. We're screwed.
There was dirt in my cup.
It's getting dark, and that crate has
Who
the
is
word
the
sleep
last
on
one?
it. Hopefully the survival guides gave us something soft.
Why are they wet?
Things do get wet on a boat. I'm ready for bed. I want to go to sleep.
Sleeping beds is kind of almost like cheap.
Brian is just yawning.
This is miserable. This is all the coverage we have.
Alrighty. This doesn't look like... I mean, what's the point? What's the point of the sheets if it's not covering you? That's the part I'm trying to understand. Why do you just drape sheets on top if it's not going to cover you?
I didn't realize what I was signing up for. It's hot. This thing will not stop sweating, and I feel like I'm gonna puke. And I'm surrounded by a bunch of sweaty people.
Hey, sweaty man.
If you guys smell this bad on day 1, what are you gonna smell like on day 7?
Oh, gosh.
Our first night of sleep was really rough.
Yeah, that looks like kind of real. That looks real. Yeah.
Sleeping is impossible. These waves are just making me miserable. And to make matters worse, our best friend Brian ended up leaving us that morning.
Brian!
Brian!
But regardless, today's objective is to build
Young goes, that's a prime example why dropping out of school and YouTube is never a good idea. Yeah, you might not know how to build a survival kit, but man, you'll make millions on YouTube.
ourselves a permanent weatherproof shelter.
How do we turn that into a livable structure?
There's definitely something
paint.
here.
Luckily, I had them throw a bunch of wood on the raft so we could build a nice house. How we built the house, I'm not quite sure, but they said this is enough to build a house.
But ironically, right as we got started,
No, it's raining! They're throwing!
Jimmy, get my shark pillow.
That was a pillow. I swear to God, I thought that was like a piece of wood. Because they were just pointing at the wood. I thought he just chucked a freaking 2x4x4 at him. 2x4 and 4 feet long. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
This is miserable! This is bad.
I guess that's waterproof and they're trying to take their sleeping gear. I guess that's what's happening.
Because you don't
And I think they're faking most of this. I mean, not faking. They could still be on a raft for 7 days, but I mean, this like fake panic. You can tell it's kind of fake, but it's funny. But yeah. People start. I was watching the Top Gear Arctic survival episode, going to the Antarctic or I don't remember. But they went into the freaking they drove into the snow for like a week or 4 days or something like that, and they were going crazy. Your teamwork falls apart. You start hating each other. So this is only the second day. So I think this is kind of like still fake. Let's see how crazy and bad it gets.
Nolan!
It just rained.
Shut up!
At least we don't have to shower.
Yeah. This is so bad! And we still have over 6 days left.
Where do we go poop? Oh, we have to build the pooper.
What?
We have to build everything that's here. We have to build the toilet, build our shelter, the fire, everything.
the moment the rain finished,
You know, I just realized looking at Mr. Beast. Okay.
To build the pooper.
Hold on.
We have to build
Okay. Right now it's raining, so but what's gonna happen is by the end of, if this is for real, right? Let's say they were really out there for 7 days, in the ocean for 7 days, right? What happens to your eyes, especially if you don't have eye protection, because the sun just reflects off the freaking water top, and right into your face. on ice and everything. So if you're really out in the ocean for 4, 5, 6 days, your eyes kind of like squint and your bottom of your eye starts swelling up just because your eyes are tired. Yeah, let's see if they get that kind of reaction from the sun after
Thing
so
that's
many
here. We have
days.
to build the toilet, build our shelter, the fire, everything.
The moment the rain finished, the boys and I needed to build all of our survival essentials, starting with the shelter.
We're tearing this down in the name of something better.
5-minute break.
That's not fair. That's not fair. They get a Lego kit? Oh my god, do they get instructions as well? I mean, look at this shelter. It's already pre-cut. It's already pre-notched. It comes ready for assembly. Oh my god. Hey, I have nothing negative to say, Mr. Beast. Honestly, I genuinely don't know what I've never seen his content ever. I've just seen clips. You know, it's hard to miss him completely. But yeah, so this is my first time. Not judging anything. He's just funny.
I also need a break. I'm seasick. I'm out of it.
Yeah, take this.
Johnny says most of the stuff Mr. Beast does is real, and that fighting is just them goofing on. I'm guessing so. They still have to make entertaining content. You know, hardship is good, entertaining content.
Goofs just laying down.
I'm miserable.
We built one wall.
Yeah, we built one wall.
All together.
All of us.
I feel Mr. Beast's, his name is Jimmy, right? I feel Jimmy's pain right there because I get motion sickness all the time. I used to go fishing overnight, deep sea fishing. So we used to live out of San Diego or Point Loma, and we would go for 12 hours and get there around 5 a.m. to the location, 12 hours out in the ocean, in this probably 30-foot boat or something like that. I don't know, pretty big boat. And the whole time, all night, the nickname everyone would give me was the chum bucket because I just could not do anything about it. And it's not just one time. Yeah, I went enough times for me to test out the bracelet for nausea. I tested out the earring thing. I took the pills. I did the watch. I did staring at the horizon. I don't get sick on a lot of stuff. I don't get sick in planes. I don't get sick with negative G's that often. I don't get sick, but oh my God. If it's a boat, I have been on a carrier and felt nauseous. On a gigantic carrier that can carry 5,000 to 10,000 people. It's a 5,000 person city. It's a gigantic thing, and I got nauseous on it. Yeah, I don't, for some reason, it hits me hard. Yeah, absolutely. And oh my God, all I remember doing while everyone else was fishing was eating hamburgers because that's what the chef could make. So I would just put something in my stomach just so I would have something to get rid of because it was worse not having anything in your stomach for like 14 hours. Mr. Beast spent 50 hours in one of those white asylum rooms and everything was torturing him. Dude, those rooms are so quiet, the crazy asylum rooms. The silence is what gets you because, yeah. All right, let's keep going. But silence is a dangerous weapon.
Regardless of being seasick, it was going to take all of us if we wanted to finish this.
Now you guys bring it forward. There we go.
Let's go.
How
You need
many
some
YouTubers
crawl
does it
spacing.
take to build a little structure?
A friendly
Is that
fire.
a whale?
They need
That's a
crawl
whale.
spaces
That's
outside in the fall.
insane. Oh my God.
It is a whale.
There are actually whales. This experience just keeps getting better. Shelter, water,
That drone shot was a great shot with the whale too.
not being near Nolan.
So he's Nolan, got it. So Lizard, Noland. Shoot, I forgot the other guy's name. Lizard, Noland. Oh, I forgot his name. Anyway.
I'm never gonna take that for granted again.
Probably would have been really useful to build the ladder first. Got a ladder now. I literally just built this 4 minutes ago.
After hours of building, we were finally getting somewhere.
I severely regret
Chris,
making this
okay.
a 7-day challenge instead of a 50-hour challenge like all our other videos. We keep rocking back and forth. It's freaking miserable.
I mean, look at the swelling in his eyes, guys. I don't know if I'm just imagining that, but you can already tell that his eyes are getting puffy. I think he's already been out there for 2 days, for real.
And finally, just as the sun
That's
was
a
going
sign.
down,
Camp is now organized.
Night 2.
Chris and Jimmy.
My bed
Okay.
is still broken, but I'm gonna get some sleep tonight because I'm that tired.
I'm gonna head to bed. Did I wake you up? Just go back to bed. I'm just walking. I accidentally woke Laser up. I feel bad now.
This might be the most tired I've ever been in my entire life.
It's now
Savage. I didn't do anything. No duh.
day 3, and somehow our building didn't fall over. I'll take that as a dub.
Noises that
Thanks, Younger, you did.
made while I was sleeping last night filled me with nightmares.
it's day 3, and we've really started to get into a rhythm. Our morning routine consisted of peeing in the corner,
Bro, who vlogs in the pee corner? I'm not moving.
Ew.
eating our breakfast,
Ew.
Festivals.
Wait. They don't have anything to wash their hands with, right? They have drinking water, but you don't wash your hands with drinking water, number one. They have salt water, which the crusty salt on your hands after a while, it's painful. Are they washing their hands? I hope they're washing their hands.
What's all you need?
and drinking hot barrel water.
So dehydrated.
I need this.
We're about 36 hours in.
And we're almost halfway through a barrel of water.
Is that slow or fast?
Oh my god, you can see his eyes already swelling, guys. Look at that. They didn't even have I hope they have sunglasses because oh my god, 7 days of the sun reflecting back into your eyes is such a torture.
We're gonna run out on day 6.
Running low on water and food gave me an idea.
I'm kind of curious to see what's under the boat. Dude, there's so many fish below us.
So we decided to try to catch some dinner, but we weren't very good at it.
Why does this take so long?
Not
I just want something to put in my stomach. Brian!
Ryan, help us catch fish!
Brian!
Turns out
So what's happening is the fish are using that platform as an area for shade. Yeah, believe it or not, that's what's happening. And most likely they're also getting crumbs from the food.
fishing is a lot harder than YouTube. After hours, we caught absolutely nothing.
Are you
Why
kidding
can't we
me?
catch anything?
Oh, that's
We were
sad.
tired, dehydrated, and
That's sad. I love fishing. It's so hard not to catch a fish, in my opinion. It's so hard not to catch a fish, especially if you have a reflective bait. Doesn't have to be real food if it's reflective, or if you have colorful materials sometimes work. Obviously, food and worms and bait works, but that's part of the problem, you know?
hungry, which forced us to dig into our rations.
Let's have ourselves a feast. Yeah! Call it a feast. A bowl. Come on.
In our supplies, we had wood to build a fire
Yeah.
and pans to cook with.
Yeah?
You take big stick and make really little sticks.
Oh!
And then-
Oh! He's scaring me the way he's using... Oh my
Make
god.
medium.
You know how easy it is to slip and miss the stick and hit your leg? Oh! Oh!
Sticks. Then use the big sticks at the end.
I'm just a big worry word, guys. I'm just afraid. I feel like something's bad about to happen for no reason. This is a video for kids, Hike. Freaking relax.
Look at them beans, baby.
I'm so excited. This looks awesome. This is a really bad.
Can you tell we've been at sea for 3 days?
Literally.
When have I ever been this excited over canned chili?
He
Hey, I
genuinely
put
looks
some love
happy
into
about
this
it.
one. It's not just canned chili anymore. It's got tomatoes, kidney beans.
You know what? Sometimes I feel like when you're outdoors, the simplest food gives you the most joy. I don't know what it is. It's like you can taste it better, you can smell it better. I don't know. Maybe because our senses don't get overloaded on daily basis. So when you're going camping or just somewhere else outside in a park, somehow food tastes better. I don't know why.
You don't have to keep talking. I'm already drooling.
This was our
Oh, yeah,
first
thank you.
hot
You're
meal
welcome.
in
I'm
days.
glad I could make you drill.
But it was also
Drool.
a good chunk of our rations,
Hey,
so
Taco,
we made
thanks for
sure to
being
enjoy
here.
it.
I'm feeling a lot better. I think the first 2 days were definitely the most miserable. I think we're slowly like losing our minds and it's actually becoming bearable. I still haven't gone to the bathroom.
I
That's
like
my
that
biggest
explanation.
concern now.
Slowly losing our minds, becoming bearable. From he's like spoiler alert. So spoiler alert, they run out of food and have to resort to cannibalism. Wow, which one did they eat?
I'm struggling to sleep. This raft is just rocking like crazy. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of miserable.
Did you guys see his eyes? That's exactly what I'm talking about. You can't fake that. As far as I know, you can't fake that.
Hopefully tomorrow's better.
None of us managed to get any sleep.
We lost the back of our fort last night. The house
Maybe
needs
young.
some repairs.
Tensions are pretty high on the raft this morning. Nolan's a little upset. He broke his bed.
Oh my God!
Nolan is struggling. He's just in his feels right now.
It'll be okay. You probably would have quit the channel if I did that.
Honestly, guys, when you're this exhausted in basic training, or not even basic training, I don't want to say survival training because that's not what it is. But anyway, when you're this exhausted, every small thing, every little tiny mistake, every little incident just feels like such a heavy thing. I remember there was at one point we hadn't slept for almost 36 hours. And we had to climb this mountain or whatever it was. And it was like the stupidest things would tear us apart. My shoelace would come off and I was just so pissed off about it. I just wanted us to get there. My friend's backpack shoulder strap, rough pack shoulder strap tore. And, then anyway, it just was so, the smallest things just become this torturous and heavy burdens. It's so weird, especially when you're that exhausted. And here's the thing, in a good team, if you have one guy with the right type of mindset, usually he's the class clown who doesn't do asshole things, or someone, who can bring, or someone who's got that energy that cheers everyone up no matter what. A person like that in a team makes that team when everyone else is exhausted. A good joke, no matter how stupid it is, during a battle, something just not really funny, just an attempt at a joke, just breaks us out and we laugh and then we pursue and keep going. It's the stupidest things, but I freaking love that. I love that about a team dynamic.
Is easily the worst. Oh, there's thunder. I swear if it starts raining again.
Viewer, thanks for coming back,
And
buddy.
to make matters worse, we accidentally dropped our ladle in the drinking water. And since we haven't showered in 4 days, grabbing it technically contaminated the drinking water.
I'm never drinking out of that again.
Fast forward to when we run out of water.
Because of the contamination.
You can still drink that water, but you should drink it immediately so it doesn't have a chance to grow anything. Actually, no, he hasn't had a shower in 4 days. Yeah. Honestly, a bacterial, I don't know. I mean, if it was between that water or seawater, it's that water. Let me put it that way. The odds are you're not going to get sick, but odds are you could also get sick depending on the conditions.
A third of our water was no longer safe to drink. For whatever reason, the more I suffer, the more you guys watch. Some of our most popular videos are when I buried myself alive, spent time in solitary confinement, so I hope you're happy. I'm suffering again. It's not easy surviving on a raft, but after 4 long days...
Laser's finally pooping.
You play a celebratory song?
Do you see his eyes? It's squinted and swollen. That's exactly what I was talking about in the beginning of the YouTube video. It's really hard to fake that unless you've literally been standing on a raft with the sun reflecting at your face the whole time. Oh no, is this gonna be an apology song? Oh, did they mess around with like kids again? Oh, sorry, now every time I see a ukulele, my mind just freaks out.
They're gonna pour down on us tonight. Tonight's gonna suck.
If you don't know what's going on, there was a famous creator who was accused of just being inappropriate with kids, and she decided to come in with a ukulele to make an apology. It was disgustingly, hilariously stupid.
Didn't know it yet, but the biggest storm of the entire challenge
I don't think they
was
made a
heading
fire
right
from
towards
it.
us. And when we saw it approaching, we tried to prepare as much as possible.
Can't wait for another storm just to destroy all this again.
That's not
Tariq is
how you
fixing
nail
his side of the
things.
fort, and
I'm just
Chris
playing.
is fixing the roof.
And I'm now the cameraman for some reason.
There's a storm of ruin!
And while they're preparing the shelter for the storm, I'm going to tell you guys about Shopify, because it might literally storm until the end of the challenge.
They seem like a nice group. I like them.
Shopify is a platform that makes it easy for anyone to start a business. They literally support millions of small businesses all around the world.
They seem like a nice crew. I kind of like them. I hope they're a good team and they enjoy each other's company, especially doing videos like this all the time.
Covering this structure, I am worried about it.
100% of what I sell online, from merch to Feastables, I do with Shopify. It's actually getting pretty rocky out here.
Bro, the wind is getting crazy.
We're out of nails.
It's really
Stop yelling and do things!
Shopify even has a new AI tool called Sidekick, making running your entire business easier. Just like surviving on this raft can be hard.
Okay, as far as this ad, this is a freaking great ad. They're mixing the ad with content back and forth. It's a simple concept, but a lot of people don't do it. And what happens is people end up skipping the ad. They did whoever their editor is, or I'm not sure if this was an editor, a writer, or a producer that gets credit for this, or a whole team. I cannot turn away from this ad. They did such a freaking good job. This is a learning experience for all of us. Holy crap.
So can entrepreneurship. And that's why they do everything in their power to make it as easy as possible for you.
This is my worst nightmare. So miserable.
Go to shopify.com/MrBeast to give it a try right now. Thank you, Shopify. Let's go.
He is, Dugnator. You can tell he's a great promoter.
Maybe you can start helping us, Jimmy.
That was a really good way to do an ad.
This storm was really starting to pick up, but that night it got so much worse.
This really puts the helter in shelter, eh?
Oh no! Dude! Oh, are you kidding me? It's leaking!
Oh no.
This shelter is the opposite of...
I don't know why they just don't know how to do a shelter. I mean, this is the part where I feel like it's not real. And again, I think I'm starting to think it's real. But I mean, you had nothing to do most of the day. I know it's exhausting to be underneath the sun, but all that stuff you could have nailed down and made them waterproof. I think it's just for the content. I think they're much smarter than they're letting on. They were just trying to just create some hardship, so it's a great video, great content. Because yeah, this looks like someone tried to make a box fort.
waterproof.
This is brutal. What do we do? We have 3 more nights in this.
And when the wind gets like this, you can still fix things, but it's harder.
It's useless. This does nothing.
This is the most insane night yet.
Yeah.
Right now. Is this safe anymore?
A towel is not gonna save you, it's just gonna make you wetter.
We have to be the real channel that doesn't fake things.
Oh, we're gonna die.
We're getting just
So right there, they called out about faking things, so maybe they're not.
There's a hole that is completely opened up over my bed.
Oh, that's close.
I can't do
You
it.
can end this video, Jimmy.
Jimmy, please.
I tried to talk all you guys out of it. You all said yes.
This is the worst experience.
I've ever had in my entire life.
I believe him when he says that.
Bro, I'm just miserable right now.
If that's really your worst experience you've had in your entire
The
life,
storm
it's
was
not that
reaching
bad.
a
You've
new
had a pretty
peak
good
with
life.
Every passing hour. We were desperate, so we tried using our beds as literal walls to protect us from the rain.
We're all at rock bottom now. Been raining for a few hours. Stuff's freezing cold. We don't have beds.
Yeah, so that sideways rain is really bad. One of the things happens is your eyes keep getting salt in them, and your eyes just start crusting up. And it's not just the sideways rain. The wind picks up the salt from the ocean surface and just sprinkles the raindrops as they come down. And now you have salt water and rain in your face nonstop. It's so weird. Yeah, making a barricade is better than nothing, genuinely. And can you imagine 7 to 8 hours in wet clothes? Oh my God, that's gonna suck.
Get nauseous.
I don't know if we're gonna make it this full 7 days at this point.
It rained nonstop for around 20 hours straight. And after
If
standing
they were
the whole
wet
night
for 20
completely
hours,
soaked
holy
and
shit, that
exhausted,
sucked.
we had to push ourselves to dry off our supplies and rebuild camp.
When I was in the military, we had, I don't know where we were. I don't remember exactly where this happened, but I remember being wet for good over a day, to a point where my boots were wet over 18 hours for sure. And then after like, after this, well, it was so muddy. Holy crap. Oh my God. I think it was Moody Air Force Base. I'm not sure. I was in the mud, in the wet, literally sleeping in the dirt for like good 24 hours. I took my boots off, right, after all that time, and my skin on my feet was literally just falling apart. Like, it was just coming off like a cake. I don't know what to tell you. Your feet just get so gnarly and your body just gets so gnarly. It's an actual thing. Wetness long term is just exhausting.
Raft is just in shambles. Look at our beds. We're drying them off. This is harder than Antarctica. This is harder than the desert video. I'm just ready to be home.
And I hate this raft. I never...
Between being cold, wet, and hot, Which one would you want to be? Antarctica, rainy, let's say rainstorm, so I guess maybe the rainforest. So let's say Arctic, Antarctica, somewhere like that. Rainforest, cold, wet, or a desert, hot. I would say depending on how long I was going to be there and depending what provisions I have. Death in the cold, at least it's calm and it's not that well, that's not right. If you fall in, it's the worst thing. If you fall in the water, it's the worst thing. Okay, I don't know. I think at least in the rainforest you have food and water, right? Accessible food and water. So I think I prefer the rainforest. I don't know about you guys. The cold, depending how long, dude, Nader. The cold. Yeah, this is a real topic we have to discuss later on.
I want to see it again. Our entire fire pit is completely drenched. We couldn't start a fire if we wanted to tonight. No dinner.
And to make matters worse, all of our food was completely soaked, meaning only...
I love that they have their credit cards with them on this raft. You know what I mean? Look at that. They have their credit cards. They have their cell phone.
No dinner.
And to make matters worse, all of our food was completely soaked.
With the
meaning
animals
only
too,
a
yeah.
portion of it was still safe to eat.
We had stability, we had food, we had dry beds, and we took it for granted.
We cannot take another night like that. We need to waterproof the shelter.
Okay, so they got serious.
Tied it here.
All that punishment finally made them serious.
Last night
Okay.
we were shivering
They're
cold
learning.
to die. So would you rather be warm and dry or cold and wet? Put a zip tie here, Nolan. Tie a rope to that. Zip tie
Oh,
there.
Mr. Beast is
We can use
taking
that
control
to
of the
push this up
situation.
and
Oh, you know
I'm
what's
thinking,
happening?
Why don't I make a really big clothesline and hang up all our wet stuff?
I think what's happening is they got used to the ocean. You know, after a while, your motion sickness goes away and you get a second wind. I think that's what's happening. And maybe, you know, this was all for entertainment. I don't know. But yeah, they're definitely taking it more serious now.
Maybe we'll have dry towels by tomorrow.
I want to dive. I'm sunburned, tired, dehydrated, and I say tired.
After fixing camp, we were so exhausted that we spent most of the day sleeping.
That's about
At least
right.
when we woke up, we were reunited with a familiar friend.
Brian.
After being stuck on a raft for 5 days with these guys,
This really is a nightmare.
I'll admit it, I miss Brian.
Brian,
Notorious.
moved on. You may not have given up on Brian, but Brian gave up on you.
Brian's
Wet.
giving up on us.
We have 2
Emerald,
days
you're
left,
wet.
we're
You wanna
running
be
out
wet?
of food, our water's contaminated.
And we're all borderline dying.
I'm going crazy.
These last 2 days will be interesting.
Oh, what could go wrong now?
I can literally see 500.
I've seen best friends take up freaking shovels against each other after being stranded for a while. It's the worst thing ever. Oh my god, when you're tired, exhausted, and there's no ending to in sight. Oh ho 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 ho. Even in Top Gear, Jeremy and May went at each other, started throwing rocks at each other, and May at one point in the jungle threatened him with a freaking, that's not a knife, this is a knife, and it was a machete. Holy frick, yeah, that shit's for real.
There's fish down there. That is crazy.
Oh my gosh, this poop bucket stinks.
I almost had a mental break last night. I was shivering,
Yep, we
wet
were just
the
talking
entire
about this.
time, could not sleep. It was one of the worst nights of my life.
Last night, shivering in the torrential rain in the middle of the deep.
Wait, he said he was shivering, he was cold, and he could not sleep last night, and that was the worst night of his life. Wait till you turn 40.
Dark ocean.
That's every
Now we
night.
got through it. Now the end of this challenge should not come soon enough.
Making the challenge 7 days was a horrible decision. This is so much harder.
Yeah.
The new reinforced waterproof fortress actually worked. Lennon said it rained last night, did it?
Yeah, at 4 a.m. sprinkled a little
Hey,
bit.
here's the beauty. I didn't even know.
That was the best
Do you guys see their eyes? This is exactly what we were talking about. Your eyes are literally swelling shut because the sun is destroying them.
sleep I've ever gotten.
I actually got a full night's sleep last night.
I can barely even open my eyeballs.
Yeah,
I would say this is
Yeah.
the hardest challenge we've ever done. Adding the extra 5 days on
Yeah.
the end of a 50-hour
This
challenge
looks real to me
definitely
now.
makes it harder. The fact that we're just drifting at sea on this hunk of wood, that's pretty impressive.
And while it seemed like the rain was over, we found ourselves encountering a new obstacle. We've gone from shivering cold like 2 nights ago to it being scorching hot, unbelievably hot.
I'm about to jump in the water because I'm getting too hot.
We're gonna go swimming.
I hope Nolan can swim.
And while they cooled off in their own way, we got creative with ours.
Yes, man. Cold air. I feel amazing.
A jellyfish hit me.
Oh no! Who knows what you have to do when a jellyfish bites you? Oh.
I knew it was a great idea not to go swimming.
Are you okay?
I found the sweet spot. Oh, yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, I got a little welts and some red lines.
For the majority of the day, it was so hot. We literally couldn't walk on the deck.
Yeah, I'm
And
hot.
I don't want to be alive.
Yeah. At this point, everything's getting hotter.
Yeah,
hot.
it's very hot.
But as the sun went
All right, so what happened? Let's go forward.
Oh, Jimmy.
Why is my chair
What is
just
happening? Jimmy, I'm starting to think you ate all the food.
Yeah, I guess I'll just continue the time lapse with the broken chair, I guess.
This is our final night sleeping together,
That's an
everybody.
epic shot.
I'm so glad to sleep alone.
I'm gonna miss sleeping by your side.
You know, the one good thing about having 5 YouTubers doing this, you don't need any cameraman on a boat.
100%. I would not rather sleep next to any other man.
And with that, I'm going to bed.
That's a good video. All right. We got our boat charts. All right.
After an amazing night's sleep, we were visited by a familiar face. Brian brought his family to say goodbye to us on the last day.
Alrighty.
Thank you, Brian. That meant a lot.
It's almost like we were family to Brian.
All right.
We were.
He kept us safe during the night we had the least shelter.
Maybe he's just a pea-brain bird.
Shut up. Nolan, off the raft.
I wish.
I wish. Good comedic. Really.
So many crazy memories in this ride.
Alrighty.
Yep, and I
Here
think
we
my
go.
best memory is gonna be leaving. Same.
We spent over 150 hours on this floating piece of wood. And even though it was easily the hardest thing I've ever done, the boys and I still had some good times.
Where's this boat? Where's the boat? The boat!
Then finally, the end was literally in sight.
The boat is coming.
Alert the ship of our location.
Signaling the boat!
Why is
All right.
it moving so abnormally slow?
Oh my god!
I'm getting off this route. The first 10,000 people to go to the shop.
Okay, that was a great video. All right. We got our charts. We got to do our numbers. Okay. We got to figure this shit out. Okay. All right. Survival instincts. Score is 1 to 10. All right. I think they're leaving with more survival instincts than they came with. So let's do survival instincts when they got there. I think it was like 2. They weren't taking it seriously. I think by the time they had that bad night, their survival instincts were maybe an 8. So I'm going to give them a 2 and an 8. That's an improvement of a 6 if you're doing math, guys, right there. That's a delta of a 6. All right. Learned anything? Don't take the ocean for as a joke. I'm sure they were safe. But to be honest, after that, my eyes would be hurting for like 10 days. You know what I mean? And then, was it real? It looked real. It looked real. I genuinely don't think someone can fake that puffy eyes and just the exhaustion, you know? I don't know. To me, I thought it was real.